Greensboro, give it up for yourselves for packing this place out on a Wednesday, guys. Thank y'all. Hell yeah. If y'all are excited to see Stavros, so let's get as loud as we can one time. Blow this roof off. Show them in the back that we're excited, Greensboro. Come on. There we go. Well, a lot of new faces here. Out of curiosity, how many people in here is this the first time you've ever joined us at the Comedy Zone? First timers now. Everybody in the fucking room, I can tell you, raise your hand, dumbasses, okay? Listen, we like claps and laughs in here, right, guys? If you like something tonight, let us know it, okay? Because the higher your energy gets, the higher the comedians gets, the better the show is for everybody, right? So if you haven't been here before, let's show them how it's done. Let's get as loud as we can one more time. Get the energy up in the room, baby, bro. Come on. By the looks of it, I do just want to thank everybody for lying to their pastor about where they are tonight. It's pretty cool. Come out here. And also, guys, I do want to remind everybody this is a comedy show, right? I'm not saying me or Stavi's going to come up here and say something to offend one of y'all tonight, right? Little secret, that's never a comedian's goal, okay? But since there are so many new people in here, I do feel the need to let everybody know that it's probably going to fucking happen! So listen, if for some reason something me or one of the other comedians says tonight does offend you, hurt your ego in any way, shape, or form, we're just going to ask one thing and one thing alone out of each one of you beautiful people, okay? Something offends you tonight. For the love of God, would you just please, please, please keep that inner Will Smith locked up real tight for us? I mean, don't get me wrong, ladies. Daddy like it rough, but there's a time and place, okay? And I'm going to be honest, if y'all don't get any louder here in a minute, I'm just going to use my time. We're going to turn the lights off and play my favorite game, male or female titty, okay? And I am going to need 2 volunteers, though, before we get going. Anybody? Anybody? Do me a favor, let's clap it up for your wait staff one time as well. Keep it all fair and everything. Just do me a favor, as you can see, we do have a packed house. I do know some of y'all just now sat down. Just be patient with them, give them some time. They'll get to you as soon as possible, and we'll get y'all taken care of. Also, tip an extra $1 or $2 at the end of the night, right? I know a lot of times it doesn't mean a lot to y'all, but I knocked one of them up, okay? And I'm not going to tell you which one, but we need money because we're going to the family reunion in Bangkok next week, all right? So we need some help, all right? Also, guys, before we move on, I just want to take a minute so we don't distract them during the show. Is anybody out here celebrating anything? Any birthday, anniversary, anything like that tonight? Birthday. He said, shut the fuck up. How old we turn? 39. Hell yeah. And they got to the VIP section, too. Hell yeah. Yeah, this is VIP in this club stands for very into penises, though, right? You see? Eyes up here, sir. That's weird. Clap it up for the birthday boy one time, guys. Thank you. And I do want to just take a moment and honor another group of individuals. I know Veterans Day was yesterday, but I'm a vet myself. I just want to take a moment. Do we have any veterans in the house tonight? Any veterans? All right, I'm the only one that didn't graduate high school. Sweet, hell yeah. All right, brag, fuckers. Well, clap it up for me one time, man. Come on. Yeah. I'll tell you, my favorite part about the whole military experience was when I got the fuck out, okay? Shit was horrible, okay? But I did work for a little while. It's what's called a TRADOC post. That's where we just have every single branch of the military all in one secret location in El Paso, Texas, right? Because it's right next to Juarez and nobody goes fucking there, okay? But I got to witness these things. My favorite thing about the military, to be honest with you, is kind of what got me into it. It was in the movies. It's every branch has their own saying, right? And what I'm talking about, y'all have seen it, is where the whole group of guys, or what we call platoon, they come together and they all shout the same thing out at the same time, right? Like every morning we'd start off, it was technically an army branch, so we would start it off, the little horn, trumpets and stuff would sound, and then all of a sudden, everybody in the army would come to attention and just go, huh, right? Now, Marines are the most badass. I think if you think about a badass soldier, the first person that probably pops up in your head is Marine, right? Now listen, I don't know if you've ever seen 200 of these guys all come together and scream the exact same thing at the exact same time, but for some reason, you just start protecting all the women and children that are around, right? It's really weird because 200 guys, they all come together and they all just go, ooh, ah, ah, ah. It's scary, it's weird, I like it though, it's cool. But my favorite of all the branches, is the Navy, right? Now, before I tell you why, I got to give you a little history lesson. I don't think a lot of people know the Marines, you probably saw it on the news, just celebrated 250 years, right? If you do the math on that, they were actually created before the Constitution was even signed, right? Second branch of the military that was created was the Navy. Now, originally, the Navy was solely created just to support the Marines. And if you get technical about it, they're actually the sister branch, right? So their saying's very similar, it's just those last few letters that differ. And it's my favorite. So when everybody in the Navy comes to attention, everybody just goes, ooh, yes, bitch. Like it's my favorite, right? I actually told that story last weekend. It was a sold-out crowd just like tonight, and there was about a 6'8", 250-pound ex-Navy SEAL, and he did not like that joke. And he looked just about like you do right now, just pissed off at the world, right? And I will say, what I do normally after everybody leaves, I wait for the waitresses, I walk them to their cars, you know. I'm the last one to leave, right? So everybody's left, last waitress just pulls out. As soon as my hand touches my car handle, I heard, hey, whispered in my ear. And I turn around and there's that big 6'8" ex-Navy SEAL sitting me right in the eyes, right? And look, I'm just not even gonna lie to y'all. At that moment, guys, he gave me the best head of my life, okay? I don't know if you know this, they can hold their breath for like 10 minutes. It's wild, it's wild. I didn't suck his though, because I'm just bipolar. You know what I mean? Like, it means of the spectrum. I think the fucked up thing about Veterans Day, my kids got the day off yesterday. You know what I mean? What the fuck did they do? Why the fuck is my reward getting to watch those fucking bastards, all right? God. And I'm a single dad too. We got any parents in the house tonight? Any parents? Look, y'all can make more noise. We ain't got them in the back, right? Like, but I get it. Fuck those kids, right? Like I said, I've got two of them. I got a 14-year-old and an 8-year-old, and I've got full custody of them. It's just where I'm at life right now. You know what I mean? Oh, thanks for the support. That's bullshit. You know damn well if I was a girl up here, every last one of your asses would be like, you go, bitch. I'm just born with a dick, so I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing in life, huh? Okay, all right. I'll tell you what, I will be honest with you. When the judge told me I won, I was just as shocked. Seriously, do y'all know how hard it is to win anything in life? When you look like all of Kurt Cobain's problems, fuck the lead singer of Nickelback, right? Like I don't win a whole lot, you know? And listen, I don't even know if I'm a good parent or not, right? I think we all question that at some point or another in our lives. And for some reason, people question a lot more after they hear some of these jokes I'm gonna tell you, right? So here's what I like to do. If anybody's curious how good of a dad I really am, at the end of the night tonight, once Snobby gets done, all the bills are paid, everybody that's curious, we'll all just make a single file line. We'll go right out to my car and we'll just ask my kids, because that's where they're waiting for me till afterwards. Yeah, fun fact I learned as a single parent, CPS is just a 9-to-5 job, guys. Don't give a shit what happens to them after 5 p.m. Pretty wild, it's pretty wild. I don't know, I've been seeing a lot of these, but anybody in here got it's November's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month and stuff, and for some reason the girls are still all the ones talking. It's really weird. Like, I've been seeing all this seasonal depression stuff. Like, anybody here got seasonal depression? Yeah? Well, fucking grow up and get real depression year round, like the rest of us, asshole, okay? I've got seasonal depression, it's just all 4 fucking seasons, right? I saw that post at first, I saw seasonal depression, and I thought they were just talking about us Panther fans. You know what I mean? Like, every fucking year I get depressed around football season, you know? I do love my kids. It was a weird week though, last week. My son plays baseball year round, and he got into an accident. He's a catcher, right? He got hit, and dumbass didn't wear his cup and didn't tell nobody, right? So he had something happen to him called testicular torsion that day. All right, I got some guys been kicked in the nuts before, okay? I'll tell you, for y'all that didn't make noise, if you don't know what testicular torsion is, right? It's where a guy gets hit so hard in his junk that his balls run away from each other as fast as possible, right? And listen, you only have 7 hours to fix this or you lose them, okay? Because it cuts off the blood flow. That's not funny, ma'am. No, it wasn't, because I rushed my kid right to the hospital, because I don't give a fuck. I have no idea how to raise a trans kid, okay? Like, y'all can judge me all you fucking want, all right? I just don't. So I rushed into the fucking hospital. We were there for about 4 hours until somebody finally came in there and was like, hey, Mr. Saunders, I'm really sorry. We're gonna have to put him on a helicopter and send him about an hour away. We do not have a pediatric urologist here tonight, right? Listen, I don't know what they said afterwards, because for the next hour, all I could think about was like, who grew up and their life goal was to look at nothing but little kid dicks? You know what I mean? Like, that sounds like a fucking made up job, guys. And if it's a real job, I don't think it should be. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't sound like we should just have a guy that's only looking at little kid dicks, you know? It's just odd. It's odd. But we were getting on the helicopter. Now, at this point, it's hour 4.5, and he has been doped up on fentanyl for an hour and a half of it now, right? We had these nurses, I didn't realize they had specialized EMS people just for helicopters, you know. And apparently they all have big fucking asses. Because my son, he's 10 years old at the time, and the lady comes and is like pushing him up, and we're waiting for the helicopter, and he forgets she's standing right here, right? He was like, hey, Dad, did you see that nurse's ass? Thing was big. He's like, do her brother a favor. Tell her just because I got some flat tires don't mean the shifter don't still work. And that was weird, because that was the day my son got me a blowjob, guys. Oh, man. Me and myself, we do have a unique relationship. I had to go, anybody here ever had to go to an ex's funeral before? Round of applause, anybody? Right here. You can vouch for me then. About a year ago, my son did lose his mom, my ex, to cancer, right? And I had to go, you know, I went there to support my son. And I was there sitting in a room, you know, full of about 250 people and my son, and the other 250 people fucking hate me, right? But I was just sitting there in the church for about 2 hours while person after person after person went up there and talked nothing but good about my ex, right? Like, I'm telling you right now, if my son wasn't there, it took everything I did not to stand up a few times and go, objection! We talking about the same bitch here? Because listen, and afterwards too, you know, I walked by the casket and said my goodbyes out of respect, okay, is the proper answer. But if I'm being honest with y'all, it was out of fear. Okay? Because I know her, right? This could have been like an elaborate scheme, and if I walked by and didn't say anything, she was going to pop up like the Undertaker and tombstone my fucking ass, right? You know, so I just took a little pin out of my little flower and I poked her one time, just to be safe. Oh, it's fine, guys. Y'all can laugh. She can't hear these, okay? I would tell you, I think the hardest part of that whole day was afterwards. My son came up to me. Everything was done. We were walking to the car, and he just kind of looked up at me and said, hey, Dad, where'd Mom go? You know. And at this point, you know, I don't know if you can tell from this meth accent. I'm from Stokesdale, by the way, right? So, yeah. So, like, I grew up going to church every day that ended in Y. You know what I mean? I told him the only honest thing I knew as a parent, though, right? I told him Mom went to a better place, okay? But he looked back up at me with the little tears in his eyes still and said, Dad, how do you know she went to heaven, right? And I looked back down at him with tears in his eyes and said, son, unfortunately, those aren't the words I just used. Right? Because listen, I don't know, that's why we call it faith. I told him, we go to church, I said, this son, that's why we call it faith. Nobody knows for sure if heaven or hell exists, right? We all hope there's a place we're going to meet our loved ones one day, but we don't know. But I do know for 100% fact, wherever your mom is at this exact moment is somewhere that doesn't include my child support anymore. And fuck y'all, that's a better place in my book 9 out of 10 times, okay? I tell you, before I get off, I do want to talk about this documentary I've been watching this week. It took me 5 times to get through it. It was on one of my favorite actors of all time, Michael J. Fox. Y'all remember him? Thanks, man. Yeah, Back to the Future. The reason it took me 5 times is because I couldn't get past the title the first 4 times, right? Like, y'all can Google this. This is true. This is his life story, and some dumbass called it Steel. Right? Like, I watched it 5 times. Not one interview did he stay still fucking once. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I feel some buttholes getting tight, guys. Just want to remind you, comedy right here, okay? Plus, before they get too tight, I do want you to know I did love him so much. I actually waited at a Comic-Con in Raleigh about 9 months ago for 4.5 hours so I could tell him these 3 jokes, okay? And just so y'all know, he fucking loved them, all right? Fucking loved them, all right? And people don't believe me, but I got a picture, okay? I'll show it to you after the show.